today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Miami Dolphins versus Jalen Hurts and the Cleveland Browns.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Buying time to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there for the Dolphins. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. To throw again is Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. That's out to the flat for Akers. So nothing doing there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 13 carries, 75 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team.
Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 22, Jackson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll roll him out right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up. Inside the 10.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Jackson. And he's got this one complete to Callaway.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run with Madison. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and goal, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Marquez Callaway, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And got his man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there just before halftime. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Robert Woods, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Rondale Moore, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports from the 6. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Play fake, Brissett out to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Brissett sets to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, Brissett taking a shot for Samuel. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Akers. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the 39, Jackson. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker, and the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Play action now. Brissett. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Brissett to throw on first. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out. And let's face it, it's not just him stepping back and flinging it, though. You've got to have someone who can go get it. And that's important for any offense. Someone who can stretch the field, or as they like to say, take the top off of a zone defense, open things up, because then you can come back and throw underneath and gain some pretty good chunks of yardage as well.
He's ripped the top off of whatever defense they've been playing. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. They had a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He needed 9, he got 8, and that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 11, a minute 54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing. Jackson. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Jackson to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Jackson uses the stiff arm, and a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch.